Hello and welcome to Tapping Tuesdays from Tap to Shine Wellness. My name is Sonia and I am happy you're here. Today we're going to be talking about asking for help. And if you're anything like me, this can be pretty challenging at times. For one reason or another, the story in your mind might be that you should be able to do things for yourself or by yourself, and on some level, equate needing help to meaning you're weak. And intellectually, we know this isn't true, right? But inside, this is the story that sometimes takes the driver's seat. And our tapping today is going to be focused on breaking through the fear of asking for help so that we can use it as a resource to us rather than a perceived weakness. So we're really going to get into the tapping quickly today, starting off right now basically. So let's take a nice easy breath in through the nose, blowing it out through the mouth. Just settling down, letting the day go so far. And now think about something that maybe you have considered reaching out for help about, but you have not actioned it. Okay, so whatever the reason that you have not taken that step is, doesn't matter at this point. We just want to find out how strongly that sense of fear or hesitation, resistance comes up for you. So as always, a scale of 0 to 10. So 0 is low, meaning it doesn't bother, it's whatever. 10 on the other hand is this is the worst thing ever. So between 0 and 10, how strongly does it feel for you now in this moment? Doesn't have to be perfect, just giving us a place to start. Go ahead and jot that down so you can come back to it and see how it's changed after the tap. If you are just here to tap along, that's wonderful. Enjoy the benefits, relaxation, calm, and peace that you're going to get from it. So without further ado, if you're ready, follow along and repeat after me, starting on the side of the hand. Even though I'm afraid to ask for help, I love and accept myself. Even though I can't ask for help without looking weak, I completely love and accept myself. Even though the thought of asking for help is scary, I choose to deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Okay, moving to the top of the head. Asking for help. It's scary. If I ask for help, it means I'm weak. Logically, I know this isn't true, but my body doesn't. Afraid to ask for help. It's tiring and stressful, trying to do everything on my own. Back to the top of the head. But I can't ask for help because that makes me weak. Is this actually true? Is this my story or someone else's? I acknowledge that this belief was taught to me. And I forgive myself for believing it all these years. I give myself permission to write a new story, asking for help. What would be possible if asking for help represented strength instead of weakness? Top of the head. Fear of asking for help. Maybe I don't have to do everything myself. Maybe asking for help will allow me to take better care of myself. Maybe asking for help will make my life easier. I am open to allowing more ease into my life. This fear is no longer my story. I choose to release this fear belief now. I am open to asking for help now. And I deserve to have help. All right, let's let that go. If you need to take a stretch or any kind of movement, please do. As always, nice, easy breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And a quick measurement. So just dropping in how you're feeling right in this very moment from 0 to 10. So again, 10 is high, worst thing ever. 0 doesn't bother. Just notice what comes up for you, how you're feeling in the moment, how your body's feeling. Go ahead and jot that down as well, and we will come back to it. Now, I want to share a little bit of my experience working with my own EFT coach, because I think it's really important to be open about these things and talk about these things. For me, the truth is, I didn't want to. I felt really scared to contact a stranger to talk about the issues going on in my personal life, even though I did know it would help me. Before I started working with my own EFT coach, I was really struggling with where I was in my personal life at that time. And the things that I had been doing to cope up to that point were no longer working. I really did not know what to do. And I really honestly had just become a shell of myself. I was withdrawn and, in short, just a really sad person. I didn't feel excited about things like I had in the past when I was younger, which at the time I just attributed to getting older, right? Being an adult is not as fun, supposedly. That's not true. I didn't know that then, right? So we don't know what we don't know. And adding to that, my self-esteem was so low. It was basically in the basement. And I was experiencing daily physical anxiety, which I didn't realize that I had until it was gone. And tapping changed all of this for me. In my case, the main and ultimate reason that I did start working with an EFT coach was because I had to. At that point, I was in a certification program to become an EFT practitioner. Part of the requirement was working with your own coach. You know, you have to be in the client seat to be able to give the best value, right? You need to see both sides of the fence, so to speak. And of course, I wanted to achieve that goal, so I did it. I bit the bullet. I faced the fear. I reached out to someone, and it actually ended up being a great fit on the first try. So I'm I feel very lucky in that sense. And I have to say that beginning to work with a coach was the best decision and best action that I've ever taken in my life to date. Maybe there'll be something that will surpass it, but as of this moment, it's the best thing I've ever done. And I do not say that lightly. It completely changed my life. And it's kind of amazing looking back, thinking about that sad version that I used to be, the girl that's gone, and I just think, thank goodness I am not her anymore, because life now is so much better. And I can really understand how difficult it can be when you know that you need to do something and maybe you even want to do that thing, but there is some sort of resistance, some sort of hesitation, something that is preventing you from taking that action, whatever it may be. And so my hope is that with the tapping round that we did earlier and the tapping that we're going to be doing in just a minute is to provide you with a way to bridge that gap, right? So if you're here, you need to do something and that's over here and there's nothing in between, we need somehow to make a bridge, right? Because without that, sure, we can try to jump, but the risk of falling might not be worth it. It could be paralyzing, that fear. So EFT is a brilliant way to create that bridge and make it easier to do the things that we need and want to do, and to minimize the resistance or nervousness or fear that you may have to taking that step or that action that you have in your mind. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another round of tapping just to kind of hopefully take care of everyone here. So maybe there's not the fear of asking for help. Maybe it's doing a certain action or taking a certain step towards something that you care about. So we're going to kind of encompass that in the next round of tapping. So let's go ahead and take another nice easy breath, blowing out through the mouth. And then again, one more measurement here, right? So just notice from 0 to 10, 0 doesn't bother, 10 worst thing ever. Between those two, how strongly do you notice any resistance, nervousness, fear, or whatever is the predominant feeling that comes up for you? For the tapping, I'm going to be using fear or feeling scared. That's kind of the verbiage that will be going on. So once you have your number, jot it down, and when you're ready, follow along and repeat after me, tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I feel scared to take this step, I love and accept myself. Even though doing this thing is really intimidating, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I want to take this action, but my fear is keeping me from doing it, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Great, top of the head. This feels scary, and I don't know why. I want to do it, but my fear is keeping me right where I am. Why is it so scary? It feels like a risk. What if I embarrass myself? This fear. Top of the head. Just thinking about it is scary. It's too scary. I am not doing it. No one can make me do it. I refuse to do it. The risk of embarrassment is just too high. Who cares if it's good for me? It feels scary. And that means I'm not going to do it. Top of the head. This fear. What's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? This scary thing, I accept that new things are sometimes scary. And I'm open to doing them anyway. Because I deserve to feel good. And I choose to release this fear now. Alrighty, let's let that go. Again, if you want to take a stretch, any kind of movement, do it. Now's the time. This is about you. As always, a nice, easy breath. Letting it go. And a quick measurement. How are you feeling now in this moment? Thinking about whatever it was that was the focus of your tap. Has your number changed? Do you feel differently in your body? Just notice. Right? There's no right, there's no wrong. Just getting some information, and if your number goes down, if you're feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed, peaceful, that's amazing. That's success. So give yourself a pat on the back because you did that. You did that. So be proud of it. Hopefully you feel a little bit more comfortable now, maybe even eager to do the task or take that action that you were resistant to before. If you find that you're interested or wanting a little bit more help with this, or tapping scripts that are personalized or catered to your specific situation, please reach out. Send me a message or contact me on my website, www.taptoshinewellness.com. I would be thrilled to help you in whatever way I can. And that's why I'm here. That's why we do the Tapping Tuesdays and these free tapping demos, because it's to spread awareness and really just to help you out. Because if we can feel better now, why not? That is really all from me today. As always, you feel free to come back to this video, which will be posted on my page. So come back to it anytime that you feel like you need a little boost of confidence to take that next step. And please share it with anyone that you feel could benefit from it. So with that, I will wrap it up here. See you next week for our next edition of Tapping Tuesday. And until then, take care and keep shining, everyone.